Okay, today I'm going to do a standing nude for you using the Reilly technique. And again, the procedure is similar to what I've shown you before in the other videos. I'm going to try and keep it under 5 minutes, although the drawing that I'm working from was done from life in under 40. Okay, so I start with my line of action. My light is coming from the left and from above. And under my line of action, I'm going to start stringing shapes. Shape for the head. I'll put in a circular cylindrical shape for the neck. Lock that into an oval shape for the chest. Another oval shape for the pelvis. I'm going to put a long triangular shape in for her right leg, which is carrying most of the weight. And I'm going to put in a line of action for small action for the left leg and small actions for both arms, which are hanging onto her sides. Let me refine this a little more. I'm going to put in a shape for her hair. I'm going to put in a shape for her breasts. I'm going to start building up the shapes for her arm. I'm going to put a mitten shape on the end of the arm for her hand. I'm going to put the shape in for the buttock. I'm going to break this long triangular shape up into two shapes, one for the thigh and one for her calf, and a triangular shape for her foot. I'll put the left leg in following the line of action, and again I'm breaking down the shapes into the thigh and the calf, and again I'll put in a shape, triangular shape for the foot. I'm actually using this negative space to position the left leg. Okay, let me refine this a little bit more. Let me go in and work on the face a little bit. She's looking down. I'll put her ear in. I am going to put the eye socket in, the cheekbone. Her chin goes into her neck. There's her nose, top lip, bottom lip, into the chin. She's looking down, so I'm just going to indicate very subtly the eyelashes. And again, refine the hair a little bit more. Put a shape in for her cheek. Start building up some of the edge work for the shoulder. Again, shoulder into the tricep. Again, the bicep is flesh, so it's soft. I go into the elbow. Overlap the forearm with the upper arm. Put a mitten shape in for her hand, a mitten shape, and I'm going to add a cone onto that for her fingers. I'm going to just barely indicate the other shoulder. I'm just going to barely indicate the other breast into, again, essentially the rib cavity, then the abdominal section. And then let me refine these legs a little bit more. I'm going to put in a heart shape for the kneecap on both legs. And again, I'm going to refine the feet a little bit more. I'll put the arch of the foot in. And on the right leg, because it's from the outside, remember I'm going to see the small toes and just a hint of the large toes, and basically I'm dominated by the little toe. Because the left leg, I'm looking at the inside of the foot is on the inside, I'll see the large toe, the pad, and a hint of the other toes. Now let me refine this a little bit further. I'm going to now put in the values, dependent on the lighting coming from above and from the left. Her face, again, I'm going to put a few more shapes in for the ear, but her face is mostly in shadow. She's got a cast shadow from her chin onto her neck. The upper part of her torso, there's a cast shadow across the breast. Let me put the nipples in. Again, there's a core shadow across each breast with a cast shadow underneath. There is a core shadow running down the arm. Again, there's a core shadow running down her abdomen, and again there's a cast shadow from her right leg onto her left leg. There's a core shadow running down both legs. Okay, now let me refine this a little bit more. Let me put make the hair kind of fluffy and put some shapes in for the hair. Let me put the eyebrow in, hint at the eyebrow. Refine the ear a little bit more. Refine the chin a little bit more, the jawline. Let me start shading in some of the area between the core shadow and the reflected light that's coming off her chest cavity onto that arm. Again, there is a slight cast shadow from this arm on the inside of her body. You can barely see it. Let me refine the fingers a little bit more. There's a bracelet on her arm, so I'm going to put that on. I'm going to indicate her knuckles for her hand, and then some of the shapes for the fingers. Again, the cast shadow onto the breast is a cast shadow onto her left leg from her right leg. Again, let me build up the calf a little bit more, put a few hard edges in for where there's bone. Refine that foot a little more and correct it. Okay, same thing with the other leg. Refine the calf a little bit more and correct the foot a little bit more. Okay, let me just indicate her hair a little bit better. And again, most of this leg is going to be in shadow because we're way away from the light. Okay, and this one I'm going to call done for today.